Hey guys, it's Brad here, and in this short lesson I'm just going to show you a super simple way to go from the A minor pentatonic scale to the natural minor and then on to the harmonic minor, all by just changing one note. Before we go any further, if you'd like any help applying these ideas, I do offer one-to-one online via Microsoft Teams and Zoom. There'll be a link in the description to my website. Get in touch, let me know if you want some one-to-one. So let's get started with this video. So we're going to start with something you already know, and that's the A minor pentatonic. And the notes are A, C, D, E, G. And it goes again, A, C, D, E, G, A, C. So there's our pentatonic scale in A. So I'm just going to start my metronome and just pop on a little progression from A minor to E7, and I'll just go up and down the scale so you can hear what that sounds like. Here we go. So A minor to E7. Here we go. Pretty cool sounding, pretty standard pentatonic stuff, a little bit predictable because there's only the 5 notes, but it still sounds pretty cool. Great place to start. Now let's move on to the A natural minor, also sometimes called the Aeolian mode. We're just adding 2 extra notes, a B and an F, so now we have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Now, sounds pretty cool, like the pentatonic, but just a couple of extra notes, a little bit less boxed in, maybe a little bit more melodic sounding. Again, just going to pop on the click and pop on a loop of A minor to E7 and just demo for you what that sounds like. Here we go. So. Pretty cool sounding. Maybe, yeah, again, a little less boxed in, a little bit more melodic because we've got them extra options. Now, here's where the really cool thing happens. If we go from an A natural minor to A harmonic minor, we only need to change one note, and that means our G now becomes a G sharp. So we have A, B, C, D, E, F, G sharp, A, B, C, D, E, F, G sharp, A. So again, I'll just pop on a loop and we're going to play A minor to E7, just walking through that scale. Now, before I do, you'll notice that this one sounds maybe a little bit more exotic sounding. Some people call it Middle Eastern flavour or even Spanishy, flamenco. It just sounds a little bit different to your standard natural minor and your pentatonic. Great tension and release when we hit that G sharp, the major 7 note, and go back to our A. So here we go. Here's A minor to E7. So. Pretty cool sound in that one. So again, it just makes it a little bit more expressive, just changing it up a little bit. Now, a great way to practice this is just to get a loop pedal and have your A minor to E7 running, or any chords in the key of A minor, or pop on an A minor backing track. Sometimes I type in A minor flamenco backing track. That one's pretty cool. Loads of them on YouTube. And then we're going to practice going through our pentatonic first, then the natural minor, and then adding that harmonic minor afterwards. So here we go. I'll stick with the same chord progression, A minor to E7. So we're going to start with the pentatonic first. Here we go. Yeah, again, pretty cool. Let's go on to the natural minor. Here we go. Again, pretty cool. Let's add in that harmonic minor, so that's G sharp in here. So here we go. Yeah, cool. So again, just a little bit more expressive when we add that harmonic minor, but nothing wrong with the pentatonic or the natural minor. They're all great options for improvising, but each one just adds a little bit of their own flavour. So that's it, a smooth pathway from the pentatonic through to the natural minor and then the harmonic minor. It's definitely worth practicing that with a backing track. If you'd like any extra help on your bends, your phrasing, solo construction, I offer one-to-one on Zoom, Microsoft Teams, like I said earlier. Link will be in the description. Yeah, get in touch, but I'll see you again in the next one.